Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk about what you need to start to meditate. And truly all you really need is yourself, some space and time put aside. You don't need to read a million books on how to meditate because other people's experiences can actually cloud what your expectations are and what you think you should be experiencing or feeling as you go along the journey. It's good to have some knowledge of the techniques and the possible experiences you'll have when you traverse the inner depths of that internal world of yours. So to help make that journey a little bit more comfortable, what I'd recommend are the following. So number one would be a quiet, undisturbed space in the house. So whether it's a corner of the room, maybe behind a door where no one really walks or goes past, somewhere where there's not a lot of foot traffic. And ideally where you could keep whatever you're using for your meditation time in that corner undisturbed. And that brings me to two. I like to have a cushion, a zabuton, or a bolster, or both, to soften my knees and to also give me a lift in the hips. And I'll talk about this in future meditation videos in regards to the posture that's good to have when you're meditating. You could even have a chair. You're welcome to sit in a chair. And something I also like for my meditation time, physical item, would be a rug. I like to use a woolen rug, natural fiber. Some people like mohair. So that when I'm doing my meditation, I can wrap this around me. And that also signals to my brain, to my mind, that it's time to meditate. Objects that you use can help train the brain and the mind to slip quickly into that meditative state. And number three now is a regular time to put aside for you to meditate. It's good for your mind and the brain to have a regular pattern, a regular time, so that when you wake up in the morning, say, that's when you sit down to practice for 5 or 10 minutes, or maybe it's the end of the day. Some people even prefer in the middle of the day when they are a little bit tired and they need to have that rest for 5, 10, 15 minutes, that little nap that people like to take in the middle of the day. You can do that and have it as a meditation time. What we're trying to do is create a discipline. And so part of that discipline is not just how long you sit for, but also the time of day, trying to create those patterns in the brain in the day that are regular. What happens when we don't create a time to do our meditation practice, we can spend the entire day thinking about, oh, I need to do my practice, I'll do it later. And we put it off, we put it off, we put it off, and then it gets to the end of the day. And if that's not your regular time, you might get tired, you might get sleepy. And so therefore, you're not getting the full benefit with a full waking conscious mind. So number four is the willingness to be open to the exploration of the journey, of the meditation journey. Consider what you're doing as an experiment. It's a brain and a mind training, like going to the gym, doing weights. With meditation or mind training, what we're doing is trying to focus and allow ourselves to practice focusing on an object, say the breath, and when the mind gets distracted, it runs off. We're waking up to that distraction and we're bringing it back into that mind's eye, into the present moment, into the now. And consider it a journey that you uncover and discover as you go along. Hence why reading a million books isn't necessary. You're going to discover things about yourself and things about the practice as you go. And this leads me to the final one. Number 5 is to have a notebook or a journal nearby so that you can write in it after each practice. It doesn't have to be a long essay, but just writing in your reflections, maybe what came up, what hindered the practice, what distracted you, maybe you didn't sit for as long as you wished. All these things that will basically fog and clutter the brain as you try to practice that mind training and meditation. When you first try meditation, you need to keep it simple so that it isn't a struggle. It's something that you can return to each day and it doesn't feel labored and it doesn't feel like a real big effort. I always recommend doing a little bit of light stretching, say for 5 or 10 minutes. If you've got time, a whole yoga class can be amazing on the nervous system, on the physical muscles of the body, so that when you come to your meditation seat, when you're sitting upright, whether it's on a chair or on the floor, the body is at ease and the posture is unhindered by tightness or tension, so that when you travel inwards, when the eyes close, if that's the practice you're doing, and you're taking that mind within, focusing on the breath, you're able to sit for longer with less discomfort or pain. And the meditation itself doesn't have to be long. I'll talk about this in later videos, but to begin, you can do 5-10 minutes at the max, just to get that practice in, the mind regularly sitting and the brain regularly used to sitting, so that over time you can slowly extend the time and those benefits start to show up in your day-to-day life. So I hope that was useful. Please hit the thumbs up button, that like button there, the subscribe to my channel, so that you can get regular updates when I upload new videos. And thanks for tuning in. I'll see you soon.